I appreciate you guys for tapping into another episode of Crypto Cliff Notes. My name is Jonas Simon. I got my cousin Pat up on here on this stream. And what we talk about on this channel, what we talk about on these Zooms and lives and everything like that, we're going to be talking deep into cryptocurrency, right? If you guys don't know what cryptocurrency is, it's another form of I guess you would say a replacement of the fiat currency system that we're in. If you look all the way back in the older days, you had notes, you had the gold standard, you had gold and silver, you had, coming up to now, you had the physical dollar, right? The physical dollar, $1, $5, $10, $20, $100, right? Now we're moving to another whole digital age, right? We're in the age of Aquarius, and basically what that means is, guys, we're moving to a age of technology, right? Technology is the up and approved thing nowadays, right? We look at anything that from DVDs. Now we got Netflix. We look at taxis. We go to Ubers, right? So everything is going digital as we speak, and now we get to really physically experience the technology enhancing, but now it's not any dollar amount, right? It's now cryptocurrency, right? It's now cryptocurrency. I mean, we look at Bitcoins being adopted all around the world, right? If I'm not mistaken, cryptocurrency was actually officially adopted in, I think it was, do you remember where that was, Pat?
I believe El Salvador.
El Salvador, right? So they're officially accepting cryptocurrency in their country, right? So with that understanding, guys, cryptocurrency is becoming very, very big, and we're here to give you guys some information on what it is that we're going to be talking about throughout this whole channel, throughout all these Zooms, throughout all these lives, and we just want to really give you guys the updated news, the updated coins that we're looking into, that we've invested into. Now, one thing I want you guys to know is we are not financial advisors, right? We are not financial advisors. We are not going to basically tell you to buy this coin right now, right? We can give you guys advice on what we're investing into, but if you lose money in this crypto world, which you can, right? We're just going to give you guys some tips and pointers and ways to look at the cryptocurrency market so you guys can, benefit from the bull run that we're in right now. But without further ado, I'm actually going to let my cousin Pat talk to you guys. Let him know, or let you guys know, his experience and what he's accomplished in during his journey in the crypto world. And we're gonna get straight to it.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. Pat here. Today we're actually going to get into a little bit of NFTs. Um, like Jenna was saying, basically, like this whole crypto game, all these new assets, tokens, coins that are being added all the time. Um, this is basically like revolutionary. It's changing. It's becoming global. Like you said, it's in its first country. It's becoming adapted everywhere. People are talking about it all over the media. It's very mainstream. So to branch off of cryptos, what we're going to talk about today is NFTs. So that's what's basically it's called. It's a non-fungible token. So what that is, basically, let's say it's just a unique asset. That would probably be the easiest way to explain it. It could be also related to, say, like a serial number, an invoice number, basically anything that is an NFT. Could be pictures, artwork, autographs, baseball cards, any kind of thing like that that you could think of that used to be able to collect physical form of. Now they're going to have digital forms, and the digital forms will be basically assigned a code on the blockchain, and that code will be its uniqueness. So anywhere from, like I said, artwork. Soon it's going to be everywhere. Like I'm sure our invoices that you get, like with your cell phone bill, will be some style NFT. Or they're talking about concert tickets, sporting events, all that. Basically, everything's going digital. They're getting rid of all the paper, which is good because we're getting in this digital game now. So hopefully we can make a lot of money off this. It's looking good so far this year, and hopefully it continues to go this way. So let me actually share my screen. I'm going to go over a couple of different like marketplaces for NFTs, just to show you, for example, what these things are. And then we'll go in a little bit deeper and basically show you how the NFTs coincide with um, the coins and assets that we've been talking about, some that we haven't been talking about at all, but basically you can see how these projects all work together and how big this is actually getting. I can promise you won't hear NFTs right now on the news. You won't hear too many people talking about it. It's all you're going to hear in the future. You can mark us down on this date and we can watch this again in a couple of years and you'll see what I'm talking about. I mean, it's not, this part is not mainstream. Cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin in them are finally getting mainstream. I mean, they've been around for over 10 years. So we're really in the beginning with these NFTs. So these are also projects that you're going to be able to potentially make money with. I'm definitely not familiar when it comes to flipping these yet. I'm still learning all that, but it's just a world that I steadily I'm trying to educate myself into, because like I said, I see this is the future. I mean, you can see everything's going digital. So NFTs are going to be the other end of digitalizing everything. So let me get my screen.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, while you're doing that, they're talking about this market in particular being, a $1 trillion market, just NFTs itself.
Yes, very good. I mean, like I said, you got to think eventually they're talking every sporting event, every concert, anything you do is going to end up having. And the whole reason is you got to think like any computer system, stuff like that. You're given an invoice number when you get a bill and stuff like that. But it's very easy for somebody to go in that computer and just change that number. It's very easy to manipulate any of that kind of stuff. When stuff is on the blockchain, you're not manipulating. It's not, that's the whole point of the blockchain. Decentralized tokens are decentralized, which means there's not like one central party to control everything. So whereas like banks can reverse transactions, there is no one that does that. It's the power of the people in this. It's all of the people that are putting their tokens up for stake or proof of work or however that token or asset functions. But let me get into showing you. So there's a whole lot of these markets. So one of these, let me just put this all together. If you look, I'm on CoinMarketCap. This is where we always go to like check out our tokens, either this or CoinGecko. So Wax is a token that's been around for a long time. This is actually a cryptocurrency that you can buy. You've been able to purchase for a while. Yeah, they've been around since January of 18. They're actually pretty cheap right now, considering they were up over $2 at one time. This is one I don't really have much of, but this technology is really cool. So like going to their website, which I already have up here. So this is like what NFTs are going to be. I don't know if like this is all right. So like I know they're also in with, I believe, like Topps Baseball. They're going to have video games. So now video games, like how you can basically buy a digital copy, you'll be able to buy. That'll be all NFT also. Here's some other ones. Let me grab wearable. So on this one, like Floyd Mayweather just sold stuff. So you can have Gary V. Basically, he did his first NFT auction, I want to say less than a month ago. And basically what he made his NFTs they were assets. He ended up just drawing like stick figure pictures, stuff like that. And what they were basically you were auctioning an experience with him. So for example, he's big into, let's say, podcasts. If we wanted to, me and Jonah could have bid on it. If we would have won the rights to that NFT, we would have basically had the rights to have him on our show. And that's just like one example. Floyd Mayweather, he might have a digital autograph. So they're doing like now on sports cards and all. Not only are the cards digitalized, but even these autographs are. And each one has specific numbers, and that gives it its like rarity. But these are just basically what I'm showing you, all the different marketplaces. You can see next release in an hour. So big art name people, a lot of today's top artists, music artists and all, they're doing NFTs. Here's an example, Mark Cuban. So this just came out. They're going to turn their tickets into NFTs. I just saw an interview he was doing with Gary Vee. So like the whole purpose of that is, most of the time you go to a show, you go to a concert, you stick either the tickets in your pocket or you just throw them in the trash. Or most of the time, they're nowadays even already bought your ticket. It's you just scan your phone as you're walking in. Well, the thing with when you just scan your phone and walk in, say you were at Kobe Bryant's very last game and you don't have that ticket anymore. Well, by buying your ticket being an NFT, now that ticket number is an asset that is linked to that game that you would potentially be able to put on a marketplace and sell. So not only did you pay for the ticket to go to the game, but now since something major happened in that game, it's sort of like holding a Super Bowl ticket. People save them, they keep them in mint condition, and then they sell them. So this is the same example, but you'll never be able to lose your copies, but you also, in the same regard, it'll never be able to be duplicated. So your ticket is your ticket and is only your ticket. You cannot change the blockchain. So that's
A little side note to that. I don't know if you guys know, but Mark Cuban, if you guys follow our page on Crypto Cliff Notes on YouTube, we talk about a big project that we're a part of, Cardano, right? And he's actually gonna be he's going to actually be accepting Cardano. Um, if I'm not mistaken, he's going to be accepting Cardano for, payments or for, just accepting either whether it's tickets or, for the players. I mean, you already see NFL players accepting Bitcoin for their payments, so it's only, getting bigger from here, guys. So that's just a little side note if you guys don't know that about Cardano.
all right. And then another one. So I just actually just saw this today. We also were talking about, and this is one you might have heard of in the news with Dogecoin. So I just seen this. Let me slide this through. So now they're going to auction off the meme as an NFT. So basically, what they're going to do now is, so this is the face of Dogecoin. So from what I'm reading, I did a quick little just like read over this. They're not giving up the copyright. They're basically, it's going to be a one of one kind of like signature of Doge. So it's basically like, I don't know, it's going to be a one of one first thing coming out NFT style from Doge. So they're going to do a big auction for it. And then they're saying all the stuff's going to go to charity. But as you even see, like they're here, but this is in NBC News. So like this kind of stuff is starting to get bigger. But if you ask majority of people, I'd say even probably like 8 to 9 out of 10. If you ask them what an NFT is, they would have no. Probably 9 out of 10 would have no. Maybe 10 out of 10. It's very few people that are on this. Like, okay, here's like one of the top YouTube videos ever. So they made it into an NFT, just sold for 760,000. They're making all these all different style, every different thing, videos, music, all that. Like we said, it's going to be an NFT. This is where also back probably a couple of months ago where we were going over like, I'll even let Jonah pull that up. NBA Top Shot at one point, which started off and it was like on fire. Now it's like it's not as hot of a market, but it's a very good example of how the world's getting digitalized, and it's not all about physical things. And people are paying top dollar for a digital asset that they cannot even hold in their hand. It's mind-boggling. But this is what the world's coming to. I mean, there's cryptos that you can legit go to. Let me see one thing. So there's one on here called Birth the Century. All right. So here's one. This is pretty wild. So I could see this working there, like in terms of like virtual realities getting big, and augmented reality and that kind of stuff. So Decentraland is a fantasy world. Um, and it is wild. I mean, you can go in here, you can buy pieces of land, you can buy Nike shoes. People are paying crazy amounts of money for these things, and it's like all you're getting is, let me see when this loads, like this kind of stuff. And meanwhile, the Decentraland costs, so that is 80 cents a piece right now. And this is the price people are paying. Like, if you want this kind of, if you want to have this hat on your meme or whatever, you're paying probably close to $250 for it. And here you can see land. They're selling land all over the globe. This is like buy like a piece of real estate in New York. That's the digital part of New York. And it is still expensive. Like, as you can see, this little square right here, this little red square, for whatever this thing is in Decentraland, they're trying to charge 16,900 mana for, which is basically the token of Decentraland. But basically, what I'm getting at is everything is becoming digitalized, and it's all, and like NFTs are what is going to be anything that has a unique asset or a unique serial number or anything like that, that is going to be applied to as like what's called an NFT, a non-fungible token. Um, but it is getting very big. But we're just in the beginning stages of this. So it's like I said, that's one thing. Write down non-fungible token. You will hear that a ton in the future, especially NFT, just the acronym of it. But yeah, I mean, that's basically what an NFT is. It's like I said, it's a unique number or code on the blockchain that applies to whatever, whether it be a piece of property, a piece of land, real life. I'm sure when we get down the road, like our car titles, everything like that is going to be NFT. It's going to be all digital. They're not going to keep handing us paper forever. It's already stopping with. I mean, look at the first one. Mail went to email. Everything's changing. You know what I mean? It's just we're not the fastest at doing all this.
Cool about like NFTs, it's like collectibles. I mean, if you guys, when you were younger, you had baseball cards, football cards, any type of cards, and you would put them in that little plastic cover to keep them safe and everything like that. Now everything, like we said before, everything's going digital. So now it's just a digital collectible now that you can have. And right now, NBA Top Shot it's only in its beta stage, so that means basically it's not even completely live yet, right? It hasn't even really completely gone live yet. I mean, right now it's moving a little slow right now, but I do believe long term that this thing definitely has potential to being huge, and I'll actually show you guys why. But NBATopShot.com is the website. If you guys actually go to NBATopShot.com, you can actually sign up. Usually only takes less than 24 hours to actually get in, because they do have to accept you. You would have to be accepted into this marketplace in order to purchase any cards or anything like that. If I'm not mistaken, there's about 300 to 400,000 people in this marketplace right now. So once it goes live, it's probably going to be cracking more than 1 million people, or they might be waiting for 1 million people to come in to make it live. I'm not exactly 100% sure. But with that understanding, um, it's really cool to be able to just buy these things online and not have to deal with any shipping or anything like that. But this is basically the website. There are pack drops, right? Now pack drops are random, right? If you actually follow them on Instagram, NBA Top Shot, or if you follow them, you can actually get in their Discord. They have a whole Discord where you get to get the news out on the coin, or the cards that are going to be out. You're going to get when the drops are coming out. Now if you follow their Instagram, usually they say it on Instagram, they put it on their story and everything like that. So if you are going to participate in this, I would definitely put their notifications on just so you can see when they post things. Um also, there are drops, like I said, and it'll tell you when the drops are. It'll tell you when they're going to be out and how much they are. Right now, packs, they usually range from $9 all the way up. I think the most biggest pack that came
Thousand.
out, if I'm not mistaken,
It's a
was
brain.
what
Saw
was
a
it,
$1,000 pack.
$1,000 pack?
Yeah.
$1,000 pack. So usually, I mean, the smaller packs, there's basic packs, and then there's elite packs, and then there's the more expensive it is, the more that the card is probably worth, if that makes sense. Um, Now the most recent one that just came out was a premium pack. I personally, you actually have to be qualified for some of these packs, and I was not qualified to get this pack just yet. I think you had to have, it'll tell you, like, if you click on the pack, and it'll tell you like the qualifications, and it'll tell you what date it's coming out. Now, of course, this dropped tonight, or this drops tonight, but I'm not eligible, so I cannot join this. And of course, you can actually pay from your card, or actually, what's really cool, I'm pretty sure you can pay from Coinbase as well. So if you connect your Coinbase to this website, it'll actually take out, if I'm not mistaken, it'll take out, I think it's Bitcoin, if I'm not mistaken. So you can connect your Coinbase to this, or you can just use your card. I personally just use my card on this. Um, but it'll also give you rebounds. Let's just say you're not qualified for a pack. There'll be a rebound pack, which you'll be able to get as well, which I'm sure I'm going to be able to get this. And then all you got to do is reserve it, right? You just click reserve. And then when the day comes, right? When the day comes, it will basically tell you, hey, you can buy this pack and it's worth $14, right? So I reserved my pack for this. If I were you, I would definitely go sign up if you're interested and go reserve this pack. It's only 14 bucks, and you will probably get, it'll tell you how many cards you get. This pack is, let's see, one, two, I think it's like two or three cards that you're going to get in this pack, right? So it'll tell you how many cards you get and everything like that. Um, Now, of course, when you buy them, they will be in your collection, and then you can see, what cards you actually have. I can actually click on one of the cards that I have um, just to show you like what the moments actually look like, right? So I actually put some of mine for sale, so you can actually sell your cards as well. But I'm just gonna click on one of the moments that I have, and it's basically gonna bring up the moment, and it's actually a live time like play move, right? So it's actually him actually, like, I think that he was dunking or something like that, right? So it'll show you the moment, right? What it is, and then just a little tip for all my people, you want to make sure, right, when you're, getting these cards, if you were to put them up for sale, you want to make sure that the lower the number, meaning it'll tell you what number of card you have. There's 12,000 of them. I have about number 6,000, just around there, right? So, the lower the number, the more valuable they would be, right? So I'll go into the marketplace real quick for you guys, just to show you a little bit about kind of what, prices you could be looking at and how much you could potentially be making if you do get, a rare card. Maybe you get like a LeBron James dunking on Jason Terry back in the day, right? If you were to get that card, that'd probably be worth about 24K if it was a lower number, of course. Like, I mean, some of these cards, guys, I mean, they sell, look at this one, $12,000, right? $3,000. 7K. I mean, guys, you're getting a chairman check on one card, guys. You're getting a chairman check on one card. $20,000, $12,000. I mean, these are just listings and stuff like that. Like, this is something that I do see potential in. Right now, some of the cards that you get are like a hit or miss, right? But it's pretty cool how they have
Look at that
everything right
quarter
now.
million.
232,000.
But there's only 59 of
100,000.
them.
Say again.
There's only 59 of them ever.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Like, just really understand like the full potential of that, guys. Cause like we said before, it's all about digital now, right? Everything is going digital as we speak, and right now is the best time to get into these things. We already know, as investors, as entrepreneurs, successful people get in trends before it's actually a trend. This is not even really a trend right now, right? If you go ask the person down the street, do they know about NFTs? What's an NFT? That's exactly what you're gonna hear.
Every single NFT is going to be associated with something with basically a cryptocurrency, because it's going to be on a blockchain. So every single one. So this is the other way, like, we invest in some stuff. So what we'll do is, say when like NBA Top Shot first comes out, or for example, like Tom Brady's supposed to be coming out with one. It might be partnering with the NFL. It's called. So this is one we found of Tom Brady's. There's not a lot about it though. If you can see, like, he's got some big names with him. Um, Live Nations, DraftKings. So he's got some big people with him. The owner of the Golden State Warriors, the LA Dodgers. So this is going to be a project that we're going to basically try to figure out what blockchain it's going to be on. So not only would you be able to purchase NFTs here, so whatever he's selling, whether it be his, that's the whole thing. They don't tell you exactly what it's going to be. And this has been going on. I mean, we've been following this for a couple months now, and it's made the news headlines like once, and that was about it. But what I'm getting at is, so this is going to run on a blockchain. So with the goal for me, like where I would try to invest and capitalize on that is I'm going to go do some research. The more and more I start hearing about like Tom Brady's actual NFTs coming out, and I'm going to figure out what blockchain he's running on. So for example, the one we just watched with the NBA Top Shot, that's going on Flow. So Flow's one, like, for example, what I'm saying is if you think NBA Top Shot's going to be a big project, or say you hear other companies that are going to join NBA Top Shot on the same platform, that's where you have the opportunity to invest in actual Flow. So like that's one for here. Like I was saying before, Wax. This one, if you think this program's going to make it, and they make some big signs, it's big deals, you can just go buy Wax, the asset of Wax. So not only would you be able to capitalize getting in super early with the NFTs, you can also try and capitalize by linking it with whatever blockchain it's going to be on, investing in them early. And as the wave goes up for both of them, you should be able to basically double dip if everything works out correct. So we're steadily looking into projects, but this is why I say it takes so much work to figure out like what's going on and get ahead of the game, because these projects are endless. Like it's hard enough just keeping up with new tokens, new coins, new technology. Now you're throwing NFTs on top and trying to figure out where they're actually, what technology they're basically built on, so you can invest on them. And then once you figure out where which one you want to invest in, you have to even see if it's obtainable. Like it's an asset you can pick up. Like this is on very few markets right now. It's obtainable, but it's a trickier one. So it's like that's it, which is another good thing, because there's a lot of people that would try to invest in some stuff and not know how to actually get their money. I mean, there's plenty of people with money that don't even know how to get it into the system. There's a lot of people that would say, I'd love to put money into Bitcoin, this and that. They have no clue just because it's so new. Well, this is way newer. So it's hit or miss. Like I said, the only NFTs I've been fooling around with is NBA Top Shot so far. But like I said, this is going to be a project. I'll put in my email and hopefully I'll get join the early adopters club. If you're into football, check this out. You know what I mean? Go into the webpage, it's autograph.io, and you know what I mean? You'll get some updates hopefully. And this is another one. It's just an example of all the things that are changing in our life. But you adapt early and you get in, but you get in before it's adapted. So you get in super early. I mean, that's how the rich get super, super rich. You know what I mean? And basically we're going to try to do our own homework and figure this out. They're making anything and everything NFTs. So like, I mean, yeah, like memes, it's a meme gold rush. Like we're in, not necessarily right this second because the market's kind of sideways, but this is like a digital gold rush. We're so early in it that if you get in this now, it might not be this week, it might not be this year. But they even say if you can get into cryptos like within a 4-year, and it's only been around for a little bit, but every 4 years, anybody that's invested at 4 years prior is well off right now. I mean, they're making lots of money as long as they invested. I mean, you're just getting assets where everything's at least 10 times what they were at. So even if you're only putting a couple bucks in each week here and there, like I said, like we're not financial advisors. I'm just telling you what I've been doing, what my brother's been doing, and we've been doing this since 2017, and we've been pretty successful with this so far. We're still learning, and we lose. I've lost money in this. There's no question. On certain assets, because I would sell too early or I just wouldn't like the technology and get out of them. Overall, I'm way, way, way up from where I started. And I continue to keep it that way. I want to go way, way, way higher. I see this is a way to become a millionaire with not a ton of money. Normally, to start big businesses and to make quick money, you need a lot of money. This isn't. I mean, I've already had returns of, $1,000 turning into $30,000, $40,000. Now it took a couple years, but who cares? Let that keep happening, and I won't have to worry about it anymore because I'll have plenty of assets. I'm steadily stacking them. So I stack tokens and all right now, and assets that way. I'm going to learn on these NFTs. But this was just another feature that we thought we really should share with you guys, because this is the future. Just as much as like cryptos and that kind of stuff, you do not want to blow past NFTs because they are even more in the beginning stage. And that being said, there are going to be majority of projects will probably fail. So you got to be careful what you're going to invest in. Same with these cryptocurrencies. Majority will fail in the long run. There's still going to be opportunities making money on those failing projects when they hit these waves, but that's where you want to take your profits. Certain tokens and assets are the ones you're going to want to long term steadily just like put your money in the savings account. This will be your savings account. The returns are so much better.
Comes into play with the NFTs, which is called DeFi. If you guys aren't familiar with what DeFi is, I'm gonna go ahead over into coinmarketcap.com, and if you go down to where it says DeFi, you'll see a bunch of marketplaces that carry DeFi, right? So DeFi apps, just to look up the actual definition of it, so you guys know what I'm talking about. Basically, what DeFi is decentralized financial services, right? So basically, general term for it, it's a decentralized exchange, decentralized money markets, decentralized insurance companies, and such. So if you guys recall, on our last 10x to 100 coin x on our YouTube, you guys will remember Poker Cover, right? So I think, if I'm not mistaken, that would eventually be a DeFi that we potentially think that's going to be really, really big. But there's Uniswap, there's Chainlink. I'm sure you guys remember that name or that coin. Compound. I know that one's on Coinbase. Sushi Swap. I'm sure one that'll probably be on there very, very soon would be Alchemist, like a Mist XO. They have, or yeah, Mist X. They're gonna have, you're gonna be able to swap. If you guys remember our last video that we made, we talked about Mist X. Definitely go check out that video. I think that one's a really, really good one compared to Uniswap and any other ones that are out there. I think that's going to be a really good swap in regards to not having cancellation fees, and it's going to tell you what the fees are before you even buy the coin. So that, definitely go check that one out. But yeah, DeFi I think is going to be really, really big. I would definitely look into more so what DeFi is, and what's held in these DeFi platforms and everything like that. But what I really wanted to kind of transition over to is I guess how the market's moving. Um, did you have anything on that, Pat? Did you have anything in particularly that you might be sticking out to you right now where the market's moving?
No, because it's too hard. It's just too hard. Every single day, you're either hearing the market's kind of been sitting somewhat sideways. It's one of those things I see any day. It's got to pop. I mean, they are it's making headlines. You know what I mean? Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin. I mean, they're on TV shows now. It's like I said, this isn't going to be a very quick process in regards to like when it's globally adapted and we can hit that 50 to 100 trillion market cap. But I mean, even if we just get to a 15 trillion market cap, that's a 10x. You know what I mean? So we have a big long wait. But now on that end, like you're the man for reading the charts. But I would just say, just from how much we're hearing in the media, hearing on the on social media, it's inevitable. It's got to take off. And when it does, it's anything like it was on that last run, since 2017 going into 18. It happens fast. And it happens. It gets big really quick, like really quick. You can really make money. The thing is, you're just always say to yourself at that point, like, why didn't I buy more? Why didn't I get more while it was this cheap? Because it jumps so fast. So there will be opportunities for us to make money. When it happens, I have no clue, but I honestly do not mind these kind of markets because the prices right now are very good. I mean, they could always get better, but right now, I'm just any chance I have, I'm stacking coins.
Now, in regards, I kind of have the charts up right now. I guess I can pull up Bitcoin real quick. Someone in the chat said Bitcoin to 20K. If it does, which it
I'm buying,
potentially
man.
could, I personally, yeah, we're buying more. I personally don't think it's gonna go that low. Right now it's just kind of playing sideways. I think a lot of the reason why it kind of went down. I think one reason is you got the best of the best, the one that's always tweeting about it, Mr. Elon Musk. He's always clowning Bitcoin. It's pretty funny how he does that, and like everyone kind of reacts off of that, which I can understand. I know what he's trying to do, and in return, he's trying to get Doge to the moon, I guess you would say. Um, but I think a lot of the reasons why these markets fell is that there's a lot of banks coming into play for one, and there's a lot of I can't find the word not manipulation, but there's a lot of things coming into play where they're trying to control crypto, right? There's a lot of regulation going on, right? And I think when a lot of regulation goes on, that can sometimes cause the markets to go down. um I specifically don't see Bitcoin going that low, but if it were to, I do think it could definitely go down to 20K. And if we see that, we definitely could see a nice little retracement down to that point. I think around maybe like 19 to 20K would be the range that I would be looking for if it does go down that low. Right now, I mean the market cap right now, if I'm not mistaken, is right around. I think it's like 1.5, 1.6 trillion. Right now, I think it's playing right around there. Hasn't really moved too much, but particularly I think Bitcoin, is just gonna be consolidating for a little bit. I think right now is a really good time to buy Bitcoin. Right now, it's sitting around 33,800. Same thing with Ethereum. Ethereum's kind of playing um, right in between like 2,000 and 2,700, right around there, that range. I think right now could be a really big turning point for Ethereum, just because of the projects that's behind it, just because of how many great projects are coming about to really push Ethereum. I think that's going to be huge for Ethereum. And, in my opinion, long term, I mean, you don't have to believe me or not. It's just something I believe. I think Ethereum's market cap could potentially be bigger than Bitcoin long term, just because of the projects that it has. Now, will I say price wise? Probably not. Not right now, at least. But I think market cap wise, I think Ethereum could definitely be one of the, if not the biggest market cap out there. And if you guys don't really understand how market cap works, I would definitely go check out our last video, where Pat actually explains how market cap works with the price of the coins and how they converge and everything like that. But right now, guys, we're in a consolidated market. I don't think we have any big moves down or up. I think right now would be a great time to start stacking your coins, especially at the prices that they're sitting at. Other than that, that's really all I have in regards to like the way that the market is moving. We're gonna keep looking into um, different coins, different DeFi apps, different NFTs, and we'll definitely make sure that we all are letting you guys know. If you aren't in our Telegram chat, I will drop that in our Discord. If you're not in our YouTube, if you don't have our YouTube channel, we will also drop that as well. But that right there, guys, that's really it. That is another episode of Crypto Cliff Notes coming from me and Pat. Other than that, guys, I appreciate you guys for looking into this or coming into the crypto world and having an open mind, because it can be scary when you're getting into investing and getting into these different things. It's just new, right? It's just new information. It's new knowledge that you guys are getting. Now, if you guys did take notes or took mental notes of what we were talking about, apply them, right? Go look into these projects, go look into our YouTube channel and how to actually buy a crypto and how to do these different things, looking at market cap and looking at what to look for inside of these cryptocurrencies that we're specifically looking at, right? Don't just invest just because we're saying it. Do it based off of your intuition and what you believe is going to be good for the future. But other than that, guys, that is another episode from Crypto Cliff Notes. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys at the top, because you guys know the rest. The bottom is way too damn crowded, and I will no longer participate at the bottom. Love you guys. Peace.